Following the repeal of Roe v. Wade, abortion rights activists have been raising the alarm that all kinds of communications on the internet could be used to enforce new abortion rules. My name is Mark Keyerlieber, and I'm an investigative reporter at the 74. I wrote a story about the use of student surveillance tools in schools and the threat that those tools present to students as states enact anti-LGBTQ legislation and as states enforce anti-abortion rules. Schools across the country have increasingly been using a range of different digital tools that monitor how students engage with the internet. There are a host of companies that provide these tools. Some of the more popular ones include Gaggle, GoGuardian, Bark, and Securely. In general, these tools use artificial intelligence and content moderators to sift through students' digital lives in search of communications that might suggest that a student would harm themselves or others, or may be breaking school rules. There have long been privacy concerns involved with these tools, even though schools say that they're necessary to ensure that kids are safe. The challenge that we're presented with right now is a complicated political climate in which states across the country are enacting new anti-abortion laws following the recent repeal of Roe v. Wade at the Supreme Court. And there are states like Florida that have enacted laws like Don't Say Gay. There are concerns that these tools that collect a significant amount of data about youth sexuality could actually be used to enforce those rules. In the wake of concern over that, Senators Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey recently sent a letter to each of these companies, basically sounding the alarm, saying, hey, we're worried that your tools could be used to help the police investigate people for perhaps performing an abortion. I actually interviewed a student who had this experience happen to her. So she was given an assignment by her teacher to write a time capsule to herself. And in that assignment, the student decided to discuss their own sexuality. The teacher who assigned that assignment actually said to the students, I'm not going to read this assignment. This is really for your eyes only. However, that wasn't quite true. The student received an email from Gaggle saying something along the lines of, this is your first warning. We've identified something inappropriate in your files. The student I interviewed, she said to me that she no longer trusts adults in positions of power or authority, basically saying, hey, you never really know what their true motives are and how they will use the tools that are at their disposal.